Here's 5th grade Module 2, Lesson 12. What we've been looking at is kind of making sure that we've got an estimate as well as the actual answer to the problem, because if you're working with decimals, you want to make sure that it's landing in about the right spot. And here's an easy way to do that, as we've been doing in class. I'm going to go ahead and round 24 to 25, just because I think of it like quarters. That can be really helpful to make it into a number that you're kind of easy working with. Another way that you could look at it is if you said it was a 20, because it's pretty close to that as well. This right here, let's just say it's a 2, and we'll do it in both cases. And then we'll have two estimates that we can kind of look at and then compare to, and that's even safer. I know that if I have 2 quarters, I have 50 cents. I know that if I have two $20 bills, I've got $40. So I'm looking at it in kind of two different monetary units in this case. The next thing it's asking us is it's saying you can draw an area model if it helps you. And I know for lots of students, it really has been very helpful. So one thing I'm going to do to make this easy also is I'm going to go ahead and multiply this, because I have 1 in the hundredths place. I'm going to multiply times 100, and then that way I know that I will divide by 100 at the end, but I won't have to worry about the decimal also too till the end. So this is going to be 24, 24 times 231. And so if we have our 24, we can say 4 plus 20 to get us there. And then over here, if we've got 230 and 1, those come together to make 231. And now when we multiply and we kind of bring it together, we'll probably see, like we were before, seeing our partial products that also show up over there in our standard algorithm, our parent method, our old school style. What we need to know here is that we have 4 times 2 gets us 8 with 2 zeros. We've got 4 times 3. We get a 12. This 0 comes along for the ride. 4 times 1 is just simply 4. Neither of them have zeros to ride along. 2 times 2, 4. We've got these 2 zeros that come down. This one that comes over. We've got 2 times 3 gets us a 6. Those 2 zeros are along for the ride. 1 from 20, another 0 comes from 30. We go 20 times 1. Well, 20 times 1 is just 20. Now let's do this one. We go 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. We carry our 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 gives us a 9. And now because we're going 20 times 1, we know it's going to be 20. That's our 0 that we've been talking about. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 2, 4. Let's add the top. 800 plus 100 is 900. And then we've got 24. Wait a second. How come we ended up with 34 here? What happened? So we've got, oh, that's what happened. 4 times 3 isn't 13. It's 12. I just made it a 3 accidentally. So that's a 2. So this right here is 900 because 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 0 is 2. And we've got our 4. When we take a look at this one, there's 4,620. 4,620, and it matches that exactly. Add together 4, 2 plus 2, 4 again. 9 plus 6 only gets us to 15. 4 and 1 is 5. Now if we say, oh, wait a second, we multiplied by 100, now we need to divide by 100. So if you divide by 100, it moves the place value over 2, so it changes, it's reduced by 2 place values. We've talked about that one, wow, way back from the beginning of the school year. Now we'll take a look really quickly. Scroll on down here. Let's take a look at a word problem. So Eric has a goal to walk from home to work every day. But he does need to go home at night. He doesn't sleep at work. And it's 2.75 miles this way. It's 2.7 miles this way. So when we add this together, 2.75, we have to line up our decimals when we're adding. We have to make sure that that doesn't move too, because that's kind of messed up. 2.75. Now when we add 5 plus 5, 10. 5 and 7. Oh, we're adding. 14 plus 1, 15. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. 550. So that's 5 miles and 50 hundredths of a mile every day. How many days are in a year? 365 days in a year. And we could eliminate that 0. We don't have to use it because it's not nothing. We can say 5.5 right there and be just fine. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 2 is 32. 5 times 3, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1825 for our first partial product. The next thing is in the tens place, so we have nothing in the ones place. 5 times 5. Oh, wait a second. We're doing 5 times it. It's going to be the same digits again, isn't it? 5, 2, 8, 1. Add them together because it's multiplication. 5 plus 2, 5, 6, 7, right? 8 and 2, always 10. Carry. 8 and 2, always 10. Carry. And a 2. Now if we look at our problem, we can see that there are no decimal places in this one. There is a decimal place in this one, so let's put a decimal place in this one. So does that make sense? 300, so if it's 300 times 5, 3 times 5 is 15, but it's more than that because you got your 65 and you got your extra half mile. So if you're thinking 150, well, because it's actually, this would be adding 2 zeros, wouldn't it? So if we have 150 plus 2 zeros, this seems pretty reasonable, doesn't it? When you kind of do your estimate, that it's going to be 2,000 of them. So think about that. You can go 300, 600, 900, 1,200, 1,500. So 1,500. And then if you give these as 50s, right? If that's 50s, that's going to be another 250. So that 1,500, that's going to really be ended up closer to 2,000. So when you think about your estimate, you're good to go. Here is the homework for tonight as I scan on through here. I'm going to scooch this over a little bit. Let's widen this if we can. Nope, can't because we're already recording. Right here is asking you to estimate. So you're going to put your estimate in here. Estimate this number. Put in the first blank, 400. Put in the next blank. And then think about multiplying them. Play math ball with it. And then do standard algorithm. So you actually find the estimate answer, the real answer, and compare. You could do that with A, or you could choose to do it with B. Up to you. Thanks.